This then is the nature of the hazards posed by slips, trips and falls. But why is it that these unsafe conditions come about? Why is it that people don't see them and do something about it before they slip, trip or fall? In short, why do these accidents occur? The answer is simply people's behavior. Very often it's the things people do or don't do that sets the scene and then provides the victims for these accidents. So let's now take a look at the behaviors that cause slips, trips and falls and what you can do to prevent them occurring. Poor housekeeping, or not bothering to tidy up and keep work areas clear, is perhaps one of the most common factors that helps to create slipping and tripping hazards. It's those occasions where people don't take a few minutes to clear up after themselves, or walk past hazards, maybe an open drawer or messy area, and turn a blind eye. You may well have seen this occur, but why does it happen? There are many reasons, but one of the most common is a belief that it's not my problem. I didn't create it, so why should I do anything about clearing it up? But please remember, a clean and safe workplace starts with positive attitudes and actions from you. If we all make a simple effort to keep our work area clean and tidy, it will have a dramatic effect in preventing accidents. However, this may not always be as easy as it sounds. And here's another common reason for poor housekeeping. It's the "what do I do with it" syndrome. Maybe you've tried to dispose of rubbish, but the bin always seems to be full. Or you want to tidy things away, but there doesn't seem to be enough space. If this happens, please say something. Don't assume that it can't be fixed. Raise problems and help us to seek solutions that will keep our workplace efficient and tidy. Taking shortcuts as we work can be tempting. It's those situations where we might lean out whilst up ladders instead of moving them closer. Or maybe ignore warning signs because the alternative route takes a little longer. But it's a gamble where the prizes are insignificant and where the losers often pay with the whole quality of life. At times, we can be deceived into taking shortcuts by the actions of others. It's those situations where everyone else does it, so why shouldn't I? But again, safe behavior begins with you, so please don't be tempted. Use equipment safely and in the way you've been trained. Observe warning signs. They're there for a good reason, your safety. But there may be occasions where it seems hard, if not impossible, not to cut corners. If this occurs, please question why this is the case. Maybe the steps you're using are just not right for the task in hand. If you identify this type of shortfall, don't just struggle on. Say something before you or someone else has an accident. Careless movements are perhaps one of the most obvious and easy to correct of all the behaviors that cause slips, trips and falls. It's those situations where we might be in too much of a hurry to pay enough attention to our own and other people's safety. Of course, the risks increase when someone else has created hazards on the floor. Rushing on stairs is itself a common and sufficient hazard to cause slips, trips or falls. Indeed, we don't even need to be in a hurry. Simply not watching where we are going, or maybe carrying too much, is enough to cause accidents. A lack of time is an obvious factor behind these types of careless movements. But what's less well known is that during these common and routine behaviors, we don't have to think about what we're doing. We can move around familiar routes without conscious thought, as if we're on autopilot. We can rush or not pay too much attention as we move, and it doesn't matter until the unexpected occurs. So please be vigilant as you move about. Don't rush, and take the time to check that what you're doing is safe for you and for others. Our final category of unsafe behaviour are those occasions where people don't use their hands or don't hold on properly. We've seen that this greatly increases the risks when using ladders or steps. It can be tempting to do this when we are carrying something. At times, it seems like we just don't have a hand to spare, especially when trying to carry or retrieve something. But please remember the 3-point contact principle and make a conscious effort to incorporate this code into your movements. General stairways are another area where handholds become important. Whenever possible, use the handrails. If the unexpected occurs, they can make a big difference. However, it's not just desirable but essential to use handrails when you are carrying something. If you do trip or slip, you won't have the use of both arms.